Hey guys! So I'm here today. I'm excited to be sharing with you 10 mistakes that you're doing on TikTok or any short form content and why you're not growing. So I have a lot of mistakes and tips to be sharing with you guys in this video, so let's get into it. Okay, my biggest thing is not staying consistent. Like, you can post content whenever you want, obviously, but if you are actually wanting to grow, staying consistent is your biggest thing that will help you grow, and it really is you as the competition, because it really is a mind game. I feel like you're like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to post too much to annoy people, or I just can't get myself to post this consistently. So definitely know who you are and make plans of how you can stay consistent within social media. I would say honestly like 40% of growing on social media is staying consistent. And I feel like that's a pretty dang big chunk. So definitely that's the biggest thing that I've seen people wanting to grow and not being able to grow because they can't stay consistent. My biggest one might hurt a little bit of people, but I do this out of love. So my next one is posting content that people don't really want to see or are not interested in. It's really important to bring value into your videos, and why should people watch this video? Because think about when you're scrolling through the For You page or just through social media, you want to watch the videos that are intriguing to you, you want to learn something, you want to be entertained, you want to just know what this person is going to be talking about in this video or doing. And if you're just sitting there not doing much, or you're trying to post things that you think people would like, I know it's like hard to determine what people want to watch versus what people don't want to watch, but in general, look at the competition in your niche and what they're doing and play kind of off of that and be like, okay, this is what they're doing, it's working really well, so I want to do something and spin off of it on my own ideas. For example, with my Target content, there's lots of people doing Target content, but I spin it off with me working at Target, sales that I see as like an employee that I feel like some people miss, clearances, things like that, day in the lives, or what I eat in a day as a Target employee, things like that. So I spin off that Target main content into my own and personalized it to myself. So that's really big to do, kind of brand yourself, as well as, like I said, post content that people want to see because people want to watch that stuff. And if you guys aren't getting that much views on your content, that's kind of a sign like, okay, let me try to switch some things up and see if that's going to catch people and have people actually watch my videos. Not posting enough is another one. It kind of deals with not being consistent, but you could be consistent, maybe posting once a week or once every other day. I highly recommend at least once a day until you get comfortable with that, and then bumping it up a little bit to maybe like twice a day. I personally do 3 times a day, and that's like a perfect amount for me. I sometimes add in a couple videos if I have a lot of drafts to get through. It is typically 3 times a day, but sometimes it is like 4 to 5 every other time. But like I said, very consistent with 3 times a day, and I do not ever miss that. I know people on TikTok that I've seen that are like experts and stuff say 3 to 5 times a day. Like I said, that was so overwhelming for me in the beginning, so I literally just started with once a day. Well, actually, I started with like once every other day, and then I started with once a day and then moved up to 3 times a day, and that's how I got to where I am. So it definitely is a process. You don't have to start right away 3 times a day. Start with what you're comfortable with, what works for your schedule, but I highly recommend to at least try to do once a day or at least a couple times a week. My next one is not niching down enough. I know we hear this all the time, and this can scare people, and I know people are like, well, I don't want to niche down. I have so many other aspects of my life that I want to post about. And yes, that's okay. Yes, people are more complex than just one section of their life to post about, like niching down, you know? But just because you niche down doesn't mean you don't have to like them anymore. I feel like that's kind of a big roadblock that I hit, and like mental block, that I was like, well, I really do like a lot of things, but I was like, let me niche down. It honestly helped me be more creative, honestly, which is kind of weird to think about because it's kind of what you think the opposite is. But it gave me one topic to focus on, and I could just think of all my ideas around that versus like 5 different topics to focus on and thinking about 5 ideas for that, because that doubles it by 5. So that's a lot. I see it kind of as like a target board where you're like, okay, let me throw these darts, and at least it's easier to hit a bullseye, hit a viral video when you have one dartboard to focus on, but it's harder if you have like 5 different dartboards to focus on and you're trying to like shoot them all at once, all of that stuff. So my biggest thing is niching down. Think of something that you really like talking about or doing. For example, like I mentioned with Target, I'm always at work, so there's always something I'm thinking about, always something I'm doing, so I'm like, let's do that. It's super easy. It is a easy topic to talk about because, like I said, I'm there, and it is very popular already, so that has helped as well. So definitely niche down. I feel like that has been my biggest thing, and people follow you for a reason. They're going to follow you if you get a viral video, and if you aren't creating videos like that that are similar in the next videos that you do and in the future, then they'll probably unfollow or just not watch and be engaged in your content, which is not what we want. So highly recommend niching down. And then I see it as like you can niche down at least until you blow up, get bigger, and then you can start focusing on doing more content that isn't just your niche essentially. So that's my tidbit. And I see it too as like I have to niche down until I can grow, and then once I'm at like a good amount of followers, I can start like putting in different types of videos, and it doesn't just have to be my niche. And that has helped me the most, knowing that I don't always have to focus on this the entire time, but this is a good stepping block into what I want and into my goals. Okay, my next one is taking too long on a video that's going to be about 15 seconds to even a minute, and I feel like it shouldn't take too long, too much effort, because that's just going to burn you out at the end. I know I do kind of sound like those people in like those processing lines are like, let's go. But for me, it helps me to think of the videos I can do the quickest, that I can get out the quickest and are easiest to make, so then I can still be creative and still not be burnt out from posting this much every day. So that was my biggest tip. But obviously, if you like creating longer videos like that, definitely keep going. Obviously, if you like it. But for me personally, it helped me be more creative and really helped me not burn out the most. So definitely, if you do feel a little burnt out, maybe think about videos that you can do quicker. For example, like trend videos, I feel like are the quickest, and you can relate them to literally anything in your life, into any niche. So that's my biggest tip with that. My next one is not planning ahead. This is really big, because if you don't have videos set up for that day of posting, then you're going to be rushing, and it's just going to not be a good time. You're not going to feel as creative because you feel like in a rush, I feel like, and you're just going to have that backlog every time every day passes, and you're like, well, I'll have to film more today just to catch up from today, or if you're a day behind, I have to film extra now to catch up to where I need to be. So planning ahead is the biggest thing that has helped me. And like pre-filming helps so much. Like you should see how many drafts I have in my phone. It's bizarre. So then it's super nice because I can just jump on my phone and post those and then call it a day. And I really don't have to film all the time, and I can only film like a couple days in the week, which is super nice. And going back to that really helps me stay creative and gives me that freedom where I don't have to be filming every day. And so I don't get that burnout. So this is like this main entire theme of this video is I don't want to burn out. I want to stay creative, and I still want to stay consistent so I can still be posting and growing my channels. So I feel like this is another mistake that I see people do, is not knowing when they're posting. I see it as like, okay, set a time that you're going to be posting every day that works for you, works for your schedule, and then just every time, even if you need to in the beginning, set an alarm for that. And then you're like, okay, got this alarm, let me post my videos. Since I already bulk filmed them, they should be in there already, and you can just easily post them, and bam, that day is already done. And I feel like it takes like, what they say, like 30 to 60 days to create a habit. So once you get into that rhythm and routine, then it's just kind of like clockwork. Like I don't set an alarm at all. I just see around 7 or 8. I'm like, okay, time to post my videos, things like that. So that has really helped me stay organized and knowing when I need to post. So I just get that done and then go on with my day. My next one that I see people do is not commenting or engaging back with their audience. I feel like the main reason why we want these followers and everything is to create a community. So if you're not replying to them, they're gonna not want to comment on your videos, because I feel like when you actually care and are being engaging, then people are like, oh, like I want to follow this person. I'm actually creating a stronger bond with this person online, and they're more willing to watch your videos again, go to other platforms to follow you, and all of that stuff. And in an analytical sense, it also boosts your videos because it looks like you're getting more comments on your videos, so that also helps too. And my next one is too long of videos. We are literally in a day of age where people's attention spans are the size of a goldfish, so you need to get them out quick. You need to get out your ideas quick, your meaning of your video quick, your purpose of the video out quickly, because people are going to scroll probably within that next 5 seconds. So you have 5 seconds to impress them to actually want to watch a video, and it should be a little bit shorter so they watch the full video and you get like more boosted in the algorithm and everything because people are completing your video. So my rule of thumb that I even follow to this day is 15 seconds or less, and a lot of times mine are less than 15 seconds because I do trends or just talk about something and try to keep it under 15 seconds. So that has helped me the most, and like I said, with all the bulk filming and everything, it's helped me create videos quicker, to get them out quicker, and to save time and my mental stability. Okay, my 10th mistake that I see people do, and it obviously is not like a 100% rule, but I feel like showing your face in your videos is super helpful because it really shows and brings that human connection into your videos, and people want to see people. They don't want to just hear like voices on a recording or things like that. So I feel like obviously you don't need your face in every single video, but putting your face in videos helps. I've even had people on my videos comment, be like, oh my gosh, this is her, like I remember her. And even when you are scrolling through your TikTok or whatever social media, when you're scrolling and see someone that you remember watching and you're like, oh yeah, I remember her, let me see what she has to say because I like watching her content and now I recognize who it is. Versus if you never show your face, you can't bring that human connection, you can't bring in the aspect of people remembering you by your face. So it really helps to show your face, bring your personality in your videos, and that really helps you like brand yourself as well, which is super good. And like overall, you just really want to create that human connection and that relationship, so you create that stronger bond, so people follow you, people want to watch your videos again and again, and just all of that fun stuff. And that is what really creates that community that you have on your socials, of why you've probably wanted to start social media in the first place. So I hope you guys liked watching the mistakes I've seen a lot of people make on why they may not be growing on TikTok, everything like that. And if you guys have any more questions about TikTok, about making money on social media, any social media question, I guess, comment those down below. I'd love to know. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!